Hello everyone, and welcome back to RuneScape. Today we're continuing the necromancy grind by doing another quest. This time, it is Tomes of the Warlock, which I think we start by talking to Death. Death, I've been to Raziel's citadel. I think his vessel is a giant organ. What, like a heart or something? No, the musical kind. Interesting, though not of immediate relevance. I shall muse upon this new information. In the meantime, I think it is time you learned of another prior apprentice of Raziel's, the Demon Duke Orcus, which we have the blood of right here. I saw what being a student of Raziel meant for Necrovarus. Did that happen to Orcus too? Unfortunately, I am not so familiar with this Orcus character, nor their fate. I find that hard to believe. You don't need to protect me from the truth. Alas, I am speaking it. What I do know is that Orcus was once a duke of the Zerosian Empire. I had very little, shall we say, business where it came to Zerosians. Their beliefs meant it was rare for me to make an appearance at the time of their demise. Why is that? The vast majority of them believe that they go to Erebus upon death, and so they do. My intervention is not required, nor, I imagine, would it be welcome. Wait, they have no afterlife? That I do not know. They do not, however, share in the one I lead souls towards. You said rarely. Indeed, Zerosians were not unanimous in their beliefs. Some still held on to core beliefs from before their people were conquered by the Empire. Some converted to other beliefs later in life. And Orcus? A Zerosian loyalist, and a Chthonian demon at that. Who could say his beliefs, or his fate? It is lost to history, or perhaps is known by those who also lived back then. Oh, say, like a Majorat? They are long-lived. That was where I was leading, yes. In fact, you know such a Majorat. Not only familiar with Orcus, but also one who studies history, and I believe one whom you also call friend? Azanadra, or rather Dr. Nabinik. He is the site manager over at Karadet Dig Site. I believe there's remains of an Orcus cult over there too. That sounds like my best bet. So this line right here is a major issue because in the timeline, Azanadra is no longer on Gielinor. So this definitely takes place after the events of whatever quest it was that had that. It's not Succession, it's the one before Succession, I think. Point is, Azanadra is definitely not at the dig site anymore. Then I suggest you discuss Orcus with this Dr. Nabinik friend of yours. I mean, there is still a Majorat there that we can talk to, it's just not him. Either way, we will head on over there real quick. What is the fastest way to get there? I probably should have just grabbed my stuff, but whatever. Alright, we're here. Dr. Nabinik, what can you tell me about Orcus? I'm trying to learn what happened to him. Orcus, the necromancer? Now that's a blast from the past. What's your interest? I'm trained to become a necromancer myself in order to stop the plot of another necromancer named Raziel. Raziel? Never heard of them. I can tell you a bit about Orcus, though. He was a Chthonian duke, head of one of the old Empire's legions, and yes, as his name suggests, a necromancer of some repute. A cult was built up around him. Apparently he was quite the whiz with necromantic incantations, and authored a lot of books on the subject. In point of fact, the team here have discovered an artifact that might provide more insight, a necromantic focus. Perhaps you should excavate one. I think I've restored one of those. Ah, good. I would suggest then that you take a restored one by Engelbert, the head of research back at the archaeology campus. Alright, that we can do. Where is the little table thing that lets me teleport? Or is that not a two-way thing? I guess it's not a two-way thing. I really should have brought my... Wait, there's guinea pigs? Oh, it's a cat named Guinea Pig. I was very confused for a second there, because I had forgotten that there was a cat with that name. Alright, I just need to grab my archaeology book here, and that will save me some time and effort here. Teleport, please. Alright, so... who do we talk to? I wasn't actually paying attention to the name, unfortunately. I don't think it's any of these people. I think it's probably in the little school area they have, where you send out your missions. I could be wrong there. Head of research sounds about right. Welcome. Engelbert, I was hoping to spin up an extra research project, or an extra special one at that. I need a team to research a necromancer of old named Orcus. Orcus, hey? The name rings a bell, connected to Caridette, yes? What do you need? I was wondering what more the team could glean from this necromantic focus artifact. May I? Let me see. This book is titled the Orconomicon, the Book of Orcus, one presumes. Boring autobiography, teenage years, various wars, magical experimentation. Aha! Here we are. There is a mention here of a series of other books written by Orcus. 4 others in point of fact. Oh, and according to my records, the dig team at Caridette have discovered a number of damaged books on site. Which book would you like to know about? I Smoke, Shadow, or Blood? I guess I need to ask about all of them? I don't know. Let me see. Ah, yes. There was a light blue tome, which is currently out on loan to Varrock Library. We outsourced some restoration work, and Reldo has been working very closely with our team here, a liaison of sorts due to the source of much of our funding. Still, Reldo has provided a number of useful insights during our collaboration, so it's not been a complete wash. And it sounds like I should pay Reldo a visit over at the Varrock Library. Alright. We will talk about the next book then, I guess? One moment. Aha! Yes, it appears that books of both Smoke and Blood were checked out by the scholars over at the Wizard's Tower. The guild fought against it, of course, but King Rold was apparently insistent. Something about diplomatic relations. I do so hate politics. Do we have a contact at the Wizard's Tower who checked them out? Not as such. The paperwork names only Late Aubrey as the tower's representative in Varrock, who brokered the exchange. Or I suppose you could just harass the tower's librarians. Alright, and we'll ask about the last one just in case it matters. I really don't know if it does. I think that was Smoke and Blood? Ah, yes. Unfortunately, no copy of the Book of Shadow has been uncovered so far. Only mention of it. Sources suggest a copy was kept within Caridette's vaults, though unfortunately one that was at some point stolen from. Based on other research, the suggestion was that it found its way into what is now the Caridian Desert. A book of such repute would hopefully have found its way into the hands of a powerful mage, or perhaps a scholar. Well, the city of Menifos is said to have a library unrivaled in the world. Perhaps you might pick up a lead there. Alright, so we've got all the ideas of what to do. I will stop by Varrock first, and we'll talk to Aubrey, and we will talk to Reldo, and see if they have anything helpful. I'm kind of going guide-free right now, which is not normal for this series, just because time efficiency, but we'll see how it goes. Every once in a while, I try it out. And as long as I don't get stuck, it's fine. Good old Aubrey. He used to be so important, but I haven't seen him in a long, long time. Hello, sir. Hello, Aubrey. I've been sent your way to retrieve some tomes. The books of Smoke and Blood. The Archaeology Guild has a very special and urgent research project in the works. Ah, yes, of course. I don't have them here. The last person who checked them out was Wizard Boran over at the Wizard's Tower. I will contact him ahead of your visit so he knows to expect you. Do you want to buy some runes? No. Alright, well, I've never heard of that wizard, but I guess we will check him out here in a second. But let's run on over to Reldo. Just a short hop, skip, and a jump. I'm also going to get rid of this dang pet here. I always forget to get rid of it before I record. And the little step noises get on my nerves. I did figure out that the familiar interface opening up when you summon him was actually just a setting that I could turn off. So that doesn't happen anymore. That's really nice. Because it would open up, but then not go away. Hello, Reldo. I've been directed to you to retrieve a book for the Archaeology Guild. The Book of Ice, written by someone called Orcus. Do you have it? Getting involved in necromancy now, are you? Well, I can't say I'm shocked, in spite of what my face might suggest. I hope this is just for academic interest and not some other end-of-the-world thing. Actually, never mind, I don't need to know. If it were anyone but you, I'd hesitate, but here you go. Mind you, it's seen better days, in need of a little restoration first, I'd say. Is that what all this stuff is for? That is a lot of stuff. I hope not. Alright, well anyway, I will head over to the Wizard Tower now. Alright, we are here. Time to find Wizard Boran, whatever he is. Is he a special wizard on the first floor, on the second floor, third floor? Who really knows? I don't think this quest is doing the thing where it highlights things. It's been kind of hit or miss. Oh, there he is. For some reason I was expecting him to be younger. Ah, KaBob, I take. Aubrey contacted me just now. You're here to collect the Book of Smoke, yes? Yes, and the Book of Blood. Here you are. It's seen better days, but I'm sure you can give it a spruce up. Thank you. Wait, what about the Book of Blood? I was hoping the other book alone would appease you. I don't have the other one. I know, it shouldn't be loaned out without Aubrey's approval. Please don't tell him. Fine, just tell me where the Book of Blood is. Aubrey doesn't need to find out. It was passed along to our colleagues over at the Wizards Guild in Yanil. I don't recall who exactly. I'll track it down, don't worry. Quiet in the library, please. Oh, okay. That was kind of obnoxious. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I know who in Yanil has it. Now, my suspicion is that the guy downstairs would have it because he's messing around with skeletons. Not skeletons, zombies, whatever. Do you like my magic zombies? Feel free to kill them. There's plenty more where these came from. Actually, I'm looking to retrieve the Book of Blood. Oh, please don't tell it was a Vistic. You can take it, but I'd get in trouble if he knew I was experimenting with it down here. I won't say anything, I just need the book. It kind of got a bit beaten up. You might want to give it a quick restoration. Oh good, you too, huh? Thank you, I guess. I spoke to the necromancer like, what? I don't know what they're talking about. Alright, well that's kind of weird how it just jumped into some completely unrelated dialogue. But we'll just leave. Not entirely sure what he's talking about. The quest line has us talking to him about speaking to a necromancer. Not entirely know. Probably quite an old one, I would guess. Anyway, we're here. We need to go to the library. I've never really spent much time in this library outside of for a clue scroll. It seems like one of those places that should really come up in quests a lot more often. Alright, I guess we can just talk to the librarian. Hello, Conan. I don't suppose a copy of the Book of Shadow has ever found its way into your esteemed Grand Library, has it? Vile, cursed books such as that have no place in this library. Dark, forbidden magic people shouldn't be messing with. If ever such a book were found here, well, you can stick it where the sun doesn't shine. Now don't ask again. Where the sun doesn't shine. Shh. So does that mean that it's going to be in the Slayer area? That's the only place I can think of that I would qualify as where the sun doesn't shine. Am I really going to run all the way over here without looking at the guide? I guess so. I'm thinking that this is wrong, but this is such a quick quest that I'm not really too worried about doing it. Yeah, I'll enter it anyway. Thing is, if it's in here, I don't know what I would do to find it, so I'm gonna have to look at a guide, I think. I was hoping maybe something would happen, but let's see. It could be the other area. Nope, it's in the library. Okay, I was wrong. I went on a hunch, but he said it wouldn't be in the library, so I thought it'd be somewhere else in Menifos. Alright, we are back at the library once again. So apparently it's going to be down here. Apparently I was supposed to realize there's a sundial down here, and that's where the sun doesn't shine, I suppose. Oh well, it's gonna be a long walk. This is like the Ectofuntus, but even bigger and with less clicking, I guess, which is nice, I suppose. But I mean, if I were them, I'd probably put the stairs right there, and then right there, and then right there. It'd probably make more sense, unless this is a security feature, making it hard to get in and out, so it's harder to steal things. Alright, so what are we going to do here? Just inspect it? Seems like the way. I don't know why they'd have this much water in the library. It actually seems like a really bad idea. Aha, there's a book hidden here. Great, now to restore it. And I don't even have to get permission to take it because as far as he's concerned, he didn't have it. Anyway, we'll just teleport, I guess. Yeah, that humidity from that water is going to ruin all those books and scrolls and things that they have. It's a terrible idea. Don't know what they're thinking. Anyway, I think I have all the supplies necessary to restore these. We will find out if I have messed up or not. They'll probably take it from the box first, even though I got the stuff with me. I wasn't sure what I had the stuff for, honestly. I'm going to have to restore the Book of Ice too? I thought it was fine. Oh well. We're getting a lot of experience for this, actually. I didn't expect that. Pretty nice stuff. Very good. You need to train archaeology. It's kind of embarrassing that I never 120'd it when I loved that skill so much when it came out. Anyway, I guess we will go talk to Mr. Researcher Guy. Engelbert or whatever. Whatever his name may be. Oh my gosh, he's so hard to click. Welcome! Okay, I'm gonna not read this stuff, because this is gonna be obnoxious. We'll read whenever he says something other than, I've tracked down a book. That's all 4 books. Good job. What are the team's findings so far? I can give you one thing that might be useful. Each of these books contains some strange markings, symbols that we've never seen before. Here, like these. I recognize those. They're necromancy glyphs. I don't know how to read them, but I think I might know someone that does. I'll tell you what. You should take transcripts of these markings to whoever this person is, but leave the books with us and we'll create a new research project to have a more thorough dive into them. Alright, I think I can actually send out a mission. Interesting. Oh, well, thank you for your team's time. I'll go hand these necromancy glyph transcripts to my friend Death. He'll know what to do. Okay, yes. What? Death? Oh, ha, it's just a nickname, not the real Death. No, that would be crazy, haha. Anyway, please let me just send the thing out already. That's what I'm trying to do here. Research, go. You don't have to do that as part of the quest, but I might as well do it. Anyway, we need to go to Death. I think the best way would just be to do this. Wait, that was not the best way. He's not at this part. Whatever. We're here now, and we will stay here. I wasted one of my 10 teleports. Not that I've ever hit the limit, but partially because I try not to hit the limit. It's because it'd be annoying. Alright, Death. I've made some progress. Dr. Nabinick also didn't know too much about Orcus, but I was able to find some old artifacts that tell me more. Thanks to the Archaeology Guild's research team, I have some transcripts. This does help explain some things. It appears that Orcus learned of Raziel's existence as the first necromancer. Orcus, having interest in this burgeoning field of magic, sought Raziel out to learn from him. This would suggest that Orcus was, in fact, the first so-called apprentice of Raziel. This does explain the timings of Raziel's appearance through history. The first recollection I have of Raziel being a problem was some thousands years after the dates in these transcripts. Interesting. What of the fate of Orcus? The tombs mention he was headed to Raziel's tomb, then they just stop. Why would Raziel have a tomb? I would imagine Raziel would be the one to ask about that. As for a tomb, I cannot say. Can't or won't. Raziel was not always a necromancer. He was once just a mortal man. His tomb would be for his earthly remains. I cannot imagine it being much help to our cause. Why not tell me before now? And did you not reap him? It is not important how he lived, nor how he died. What matters is who and what he is now, and his interest in you. In fact, these tomes, should prove to be a valuable part in our plan to stop him. Orcus did become a powerful necromancer in his time. Unfortunately, I cannot read necromancy glyphs. However, I suspect the residents in the Well of Souls could help you parse them. So I should take these transcripts to Ted down at the city of We are in the city of That is an excellent idea. I guess they're assuming I'm talking to Death in Death's area and not in the city. Oh well, we will talk to Ted. No, don't manage. Talk. Hi, Ted. I found these 4 passages written in necromancy glyphs. Can you make any sense of them? I think they're incantations. Here, let me chuck them in the well. We can use the collected knowledge of everyone in it to decipher them. Once deciphered, you might have some more learning to do, but we'll get you there, bud. And that is quest complete. We get a little bit of XP, and we can learn some incantations. And we're at 349 quest points. Not bad. Next quest will be 350. So yeah, basically that is required to unlock like Greater Bone Shield, Life Transfer, and something else. I don't know. 4 of these things require it. None of them I'm particularly interested in. I am, however, interested in the experience in 2 skills that I am wanting to train. There we go. Alright, next quest is at level 85. That's going to be quite a grind, but it should be pretty easy. I don't have to do any special preparation, I think. It'll be the final quest that requires a lot of work. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, for the next quest. Bye!